I don't think I will be editing that. I think someone else. I feel so bad. I don't think anything that exciting happened, and I think a lot of the content can be cut down. This game is based on some Romanian facts. Well, not facts, but language, locations, and so on. So if you see a lot of Romanian, that's why.
Let's get into it. And then she was dead. Good evening, Solitaire.
Okay, in this game we are basically a bartender and we serve out drinks to customers. But there are certain crimes to be solved and I'll make a voice for each character. I have about 14 set up.
So, let's get into it. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy burst to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floare, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself.
What a day. Clara literature is providence found in little, but to my customers, my voicemads will be doorstops.
Everything all right, Mr. Floare?
Clearly not. If I order the cart of foods I receive just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink. So, doesn't me.
What would you like?
Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirit and cure their bad mood. Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get ahead. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up.
Let's see if I can cheer you up.
Haha, that's the spirit.
Vincent loves the Easter Ruby and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Easter Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, following along the lines in the direction it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as the red arrow will start following. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or the drink will be ruined. Great. And go. It was close. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood and he's even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Customer will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased and you'll lose all but one action for the remainder of the conversation.
You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. And when I was looking for a bartender for this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it. Especially with your background. This place would have become not for Podiwan channel of customers, yet you are already proving to be more than that. The blind lights for alcohol are front, so you have to adapt your beans menu to circumstance. But there is a shipment of vodka from Rosalta. Came into my possession, and as such, the Montpressy cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose.
Anything else?
Yes. I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is a buzz chat about the current down on speakeasy. My companions have told me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers?
I suppose that's what we are now. We vote on the bar during Great Prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Clara should not exchange freedom for safety.
Not if we get raided.
It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary. But if they take precautions, nonetheless. I will not irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on being quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose time.
I'll be careful.
Good. You see, that's the reason I bring all this up.
Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in the alley of the Bukovie Boulevard. Bukovie police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside the speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by so-called the Bukovie Kill. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place.
Don't get bothered by all these detailed patterns. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by the tyrannical bureaucrats of the city council.
Can you use like smaller words, man? I'm struggling a bit here.
Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory?
It does not. Really joyless politicians are making sure this prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime murder if it's in their interest. You know, if a politician is lying when his mouth is moving, the scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace.
He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table with fingers nervously rattling on the glass.
A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous. But I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp the fact. I imagine popularities only bring pros and attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabond and scandal, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who frequent our establishment. I'm sure that's the case. But if I were a friend, be on your guard.
I will.
We're on the coffee boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of cultures and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I hope so, anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey, lemon, wine, and cheese, crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sitting up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night.
Understood.
Another thing, we both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I found a blind eye to your past trouble. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean.
I get it.
If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe.
We have a deal.
Good. Thank you for the libation. I feel it out of fun. I hope this day goes well tonight.
See you, Vincent.
Every day will bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customer seated at the edges of the room. You can click on a customer to call them over. Of course, that happens in every bar, right? You always have the bartender call you up to him or her. Totally normal. Let's call her over. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or a foe. Energetic girl.
Rough day.
You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day selling people with too much money. So maybe you have some idea. Grandal Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are on a floor fit. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spy trader symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have fat, old man explaining the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets.
I think this.
Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls, but then I stop, and nothing changes.
It sounds like an evil thing.
Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime or wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment.
Well, let's see what this girl wants. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table.
One drink coming up.
I'm so excited.
There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. Okay. A question mark means you don't know how they feel about the cocktail, while the stars means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. This symbol, whatever the hell this is, indicates smoothness of the drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk. Okay. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action point. So this gives you action points, and you can use action points to talk to customers and get information out of them and so on. Cool. I think we all know alcohol percentage. Shouldn't be anything new here. people that are drunker. Now you know the bartender hold. The better you drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you receive. Now let's make a drink, shall we? Apparently she wants a copper. Okay. And go. Nice.
Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all the fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket cost a month's rent. Well, don't go to the opera. And with everything being so busy,
Why is it so busy?
well, there's a Spice Motion Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the woman in those Barbie dresses and their heel shoes. Looks like torture to me. I totally understand.
Meantime,
At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk wearing to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up few other wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all that bad.
She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Ooh.
I'll take that as a compliment.
The watering hole is there, right? That weird old guy put me up on this place.
The nightcap just opened, yes.
The nightcap, huh? Body name? Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem to resemble the type of customers you get. Clara Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in any of them on, even when they sold booze. The start bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid bar was full of posers, and the spiral would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drink menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here.
We had all equal when we walked through these doors.
Her smile is warm, and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about it.
I can be on board with that.
Good.
Well, I guess I should be heading back. I got barbitsu sparring classes and the shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me.
Take care.
Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all customers. I would just come into work and just instantly ring the bell. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving.
What can I get you?
How does this place work? Just like a regular bar, no bottles or whatever. I just want a drink.
Anything in particular?
I don't care. You choose. Okay.
You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table.
Ready to serve.
Thank you.
Let's do poison drop. Nice.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. You have probably guessed attention for more than a drink. We have business.
Business?
He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, latest Bukovia Boulevard victim identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovia police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovia Kid. The body of 24-year-old Natania Reed, thank God, she's dead, I don't have to do her voice. A native Tsaran, which basically means peasant in Romanian by the way, and lifetime resident of Bukovia, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukovia Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside the speakeasy. We kind of know this information. Police Commissioner Alda urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation. As the perpetrator remains at large, it's obvious the Romanian police are handling. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, I love that hero, says only that he assumed that she was just late again.
Have you encountered anyone administration in this establishment?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. Did you read the news yesterday?
Speakeasy is founded.
And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place.
Awesome.
A speakeasy.
Exactly. He
reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. Great player. Great player for Napoli. Awesome player. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation.
I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies.
Are you going to shut us down?
Speakeasies are at the moment one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer.
And you need my help.
You'll be helping yourself. If your planter keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a tiger establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. Just call it a police, dude. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer. With your help.